fine. You gotta understand, people are in pain right now. Hopefully I can, okay. Cause I'm not at my toxic job anymore, girl. I'm chilling, but people are, it's tough right now. They're not trying to see some fucking girl sitting in nature fucking chilling, but whatever. It's not something funny. It's actually quite frustrating and angry. So I'm going to talk to the version of me that was at Evolution ready to slap the shit at everybody. This is so hard. I can't believe it. It's so hard. But I'm going to do it because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Do what you want. It doesn't matter. Jesus. Why is it so scary to just make a video now? I don't know. Okay. Just take a breath. Take a nice breath. And I'm going to talk to you today about pain feasting. When your toxic job is hungry, okay? Pain feasting. They want to feed on your pain. They want to feed on your nervous system. They want to dominate you, make you feel insecure, make you doubt yourself, and get you to bend that ass over so that they can control you and keep your nervous system in fear. Pain feasting. When your toxic job is hungry. I'm very, very fortunate enough to have exited out of many toxic jobs, and I have been given the rest period to take the time to kind of understand what was happening, because a lot was happening, and I'm going to tell you the story, okay? I got chased out of a building. I got chased out of a building. Yes, I worked at a middle school, okay? And the temporary assistant principal chased me out of the building because she couldn't get her way with me. And I was sovereign in myself and in my choices. And I knew and I felt like, no, I'm going to protect myself. And it got me chased out of a building. She chased me down 3 flights of steps. She even chased me up 3 flights. She chased me up the steps, 3 flights of steps. Came into my classroom all out of breath, chasing me. And I got chased out of a building. She was hungry, and I didn't let her have a bite. And she chased, and she chased. She literally chased me out of a building, guys. Okay? But I chose myself. So here's the story. Oh boy, here's the story. Let me lay down. Let me just lay down, girl. Oh, I need to lay down. Okay, there's some strong man there with no shirt off. You just gotta know your surroundings, okay? Because people, just be aware of your surroundings, okay? So, I was working at this middle school in Southeast DC, and it was dominantly Black people, our people, but I don't know what it is when it comes to a professional environment where older co-workers think that they can treat their younger co-workers, older co-workers in their 40s and their 50s, thinks that they can treat their younger co-workers in their 20s and in their 30s like they're a child. I don't know why that is, but I deem it quite unprofessional and really, really toxic and not respectful at all. But this is what happens, you know? This is what happens. This is just what it is. But I wasn't playing any games. Okay? So I had a COVID appointment because I got booked for a theater job, and they needed me to get my COVID shot, and I was trying to avoid it, but what happened is this theater job was going to get me out of this school. It was going to be able to pay me the money that I needed so I wouldn't have to go back to this school, okay? So I needed this COVID shot. And I booked it last minute. The appointment was a 30-minute drive out, and I was running late. So the company that I work for doesn't work for the school. They partner for the school. So I worked for a nonprofit that places theater and art teachers and teaching artists in public schools, okay? So I have no allegiance to the principal or the assistant principal or the temporary assistant principal. She was a temp, okay? She got her little power for 2 months and didn't know what to do, okay? She was a temporary. So I had a COVID appointment, and my job said, hey, if you need anything, if you have to leave, if you're going to be absent, let us know, and we will relay the message. I just want to show you guys what I'm looking at real quick. I'm just looking into the sky, enjoying just the blessings of, So that's what I do. I say, oh crap, I got to get my COVID shot. And I'm just like, okay, hey job, you told me to contact you, so I'm letting you know that I got to leave. And what they do is they use teachers within their organization to sub the class. And they said, tell us and we will relay the message to the school. So that's what I did. I told them, and then it was time for me to leave. When the substitute teacher came in, I was like, this student's in this class, this one isn't. You get out, you stay, you go. I gotta leave. Please stop playing with me. Move out the way, because you know how it is. If you teach in urban settings, you know how it is. So it's just like, okay, what you doing? Why you here? Okay, I know you see that as sub. You ain't trying to go to that classroom, but I need you to get out. Here, what? Who? Ha ha ha. So after all of that, I leave. And let me explain something really quickly so you understand how psychosis, hallucination that this temporary assistant principal, okay? Temporary. Why are you chasing me? So my classroom is here, okay? Her office is here, okay? And boom, boom. My classroom, her office. And then on each side of that is some steps, okay? You can go down the hallway this way and go to steps. And then on the side of my class, you can go down the hallway down and go down to some steps, okay? And I made the wrong decision by coming from my classroom, crossing her classroom. I should have just left and dipped down that way. But I had to get that COVID appointment. So I was just going. And plus this way it's the most efficient, quickest way, and I was in a rush. So I leave my classroom after doing my due diligence, letting the company that I know and the substitute teacher came, so I did my part and I was leaving. Walk past her office, She scattles her way out the office and starts talking to me like I'm her child. Miss A, where are you going? Is your kid in your classroom? You got coverage? And I say, as I'm moving down the hallway, like I'm moving, okay? I'm like, yes, there's coverage. And she's like, Miss A, Miss S. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, she wants me to turn around and walk to her. She wants me, like I'm her daughter, to turn around and stop where I'm trying to head to. I'm already down the hallway and she's yelling down, Miss Ed, ma'am, is this student in your classroom? And I'm like, I got a COVID appointment, I gotta go, okay? So I zoom down the steps, 3 flights of steps, I'm going down. And when I get to the lobby where I have to sign out, I hear her. Well, there was no phone, but I hear her on the walkie-talkies that the administrators have in their office. I hear her, "Stop, Miss S. Stop." She's psychosis, hallucination. And this was coming out of COVID, okay? So we're out of COVID, just so I can kind of clarify that, okay? We just got back to the schools. This is the school year where schools have opened up and we're back at it, and I'm in Southeast DC, okay? I'm confident, I'm vibrant, like look, I got a lot of joy. So so anyway, I'm signing out, trying to hurry up and get to my appointment, and I hear on the walkie-talkie, "Miss S, stop, Miss S, Miss," and everybody is looking around like, what is happening? What's going on? And then I tell myself, yeah, I gotta go. I have a COVID appointment. So I head out the door, and I get to the parking lot, and guess who's screaming? She followed me all the way out the building to the door to ask me, "Is there someone in your classroom? Is there someone in your control, dominate, stop, crush? Is there someone in your classroom?" And I'm like, "Yes, there's someone in there. I gotta go." And she's like, "Well, you need to let me know." No, I don't. No, I don't need to let you know. Because my boss, temporary assistant principal, said that I contact them and they relay the message. So I did my job. And let me make sure that you guys understand the psychosis of her choice, okay? The psychosis of her choice. My classroom was here. Her office was here. And instead of taking the effortless energy, she expended so much energy. She don't run down steps. She don't be on steps like that. But for some reason, instead of honing her beautiful energy and relaxing and going about it in a gentle way and just saying, "Oh, I'm going to just leave my office and just go see, because I'm concerned about the children. I'm concerned about if there's a teacher in there. I'm concerned about their safety. I'm concerned," because that was her concern. "Is there someone in your classroom?" You could have just walked and checked. That's where you could have been. That's 10, maybe 20 steps, and you would have got your answer. But that wasn't what she was concerned about. She wanted my energy. She was hungry, and she wanted my energy, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 answered. 1, 2, 3, scream, scream, yell, walkie-talkie psychosis, chase down 3 Sicer flares out the building, screaming at me because you can't control me, you can't dominate me, I don't fear you. Pain feasting when your toxic job is hungry, okay? That was the first one. Then I got a casino job because it was like, okay, I can't teach anymore. I don't want to teach anymore. So, and I moved to a new city, and it turns out, I don't know what happened, but none of that teaching stuff transferred to the new city. So I had to start all the way over. And I ended up working at a casino. I was working at an online casino where they have a studio and everybody's dressed the same. And it was a really, really toxic job. Another beautiful toxic job. But it's a casino. I mean, like, what are you going to expect? It's a fucking casino job. I just got to check my surroundings. You never know, right? So, I'm working at this casino job. And what happens is, your managers who once used to be a casino dealer with you, they get booted up and they become dealer managers. So they manage the casino dealers. First they was on the same level as you, and then they bump up. So you know what that means. Excuse me. So they bump up. And they could be younger than you, they can be older than you, they can be the same age, but all of a sudden now they manage you. They don't have authority over you, but they manage you. But toxic job energy, toxic job. They get a little power and they don't know how to act. So I had this one guy where when we're dealing on the tables, we deal 3 tables for 30 minutes and then we get a break. And sometimes those breaks are called B breaks. Okay, you get a 30-minute break. You got empty breaks where you can leave the building and do what you want, go get food. And then you have a B break where you have to stay in the building. And this guy, who was hungry, pain feasting, wanting to feast on my energy, wanting to dominate somebody or control them or get some fear out of me. I don't know what he wanted. He wanted something that was negative to my nervous system, okay? So he comes and he tells me, oh yeah, come and meet with me during your B break. And I'm like, you want to know what I did? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to make the choice to protect yourself. First, get your breath, get your nervous system together, get your mind clear, get it coherent, get it ready, get it settled. So I was like, okay, you want to meet with me? Okay. Did I go to him directly? No, I didn't. I went downstairs and I stayed in the building. Sometimes I talk a lot and it would benefit me to pause, but I just got to get these messages out, right? So I go downstairs and I get me a bag of chips. I'm enjoying my break, sir, because I got another 3 set of 30-minute tables to do. So I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to feed myself and get some chips. And then at the last 6-7 minutes, okay, I go and I look for him. Okay, I go back upstairs and I'm like, oh, where is he? Can't find him. Boom, go to my table. I protected myself that day, friends. This is what this video is about. Protect yourself, okay? People be power hungry. They be power hungry. And it don't have anything to do with the functioning of the business and being professional and responsible for the business. They're power hungry and they want to feast on your fear and control and dominate you. They're hallucinating. This is all post 2020. So I come back, I don't see him. I go to my next table. This man walks in trying to smile and be professional, but underneath he can't smile. Where were you? Hungry. And I'm just sitting there. All the other casino dealers, they're looking because the energy is intense. Everybody looking. And plus, a lot of people at that casino job knew that I wasn't there to play with anybody because I knew I was at a toxic job. So I just left a toxic job. I went back into another toxic environment. I really wasn't having it, So a lot of people were kind of watching him, and he's just, where were you? And I was like, oh, I went down to get some chips and get some water. He was like, well, on your next break, you need to see me. And I was like, can it be a B break? And he was like, no. But I'm telling you, creator's timing is lovely. Divine timing is lovely because I didn't have any more breaks that day. It was the end of the day. Ciao. So I went home. Okay? And then I had one more day to go back to work. But you know what I did? Because he thought that he was going to see me the next day. But this is the advice. This is the lesson, okay? I'm coming at you with realness. Like, I'm a real person. I'm fully here. I'm not trying to do nothing but let y'all know, okay? It's my Friday. So I have one day left before the weekend. And I'm at home thinking about it like, oh man, I gotta meet with him tomorrow and I wonder what he's gonna do tomorrow. Because, I'm still learning to choose myself. I'm still learning to pick my nervous system. I'm still learning to how to protect myself. because what he needed was not worth the energy of what he was trying to do. It wasn't worth it. It didn't elevate the company. It didn't elevate my position. It didn't do anything but just leave him starving because he wanted my energy. So you know what I did? I was like, I'm gonna call off. Sometimes you gotta call off of work. Sometimes you have to call off of work. Call off of work. Don't go in. Call off and stay at home and laugh and celebrate yourself for choosing yourself. That's what I want you to do. Call off of work. It's gonna be okay. You might miss out on what, $100 and $200. I don't know. Toxic jobs don't pay you nothing, so you ain't missing out on nothing. What, is your nervous system worth being, all of that for the little amount of money that they pay us? Yeah, no. So I called off and I came here. This is where I was. And I took a walk around the lake. It's a giant lake, by the way. I should have showed that. There's this lake. So here's this muscle man that was here last time. Look, you gotta watch them. You have to let them know that you're on to them. There's a bunch of benches in the park, but my joy. When you have joy all on your own, you are a threat. When you can sit all on your own and have joy, you're a threat. So we keep our eyes on him, okay? I don't know what he's doing. He's over there chilling, but we'll see. So I came here on my day off. It's so beautiful. And I was listening to Lauryn Hill. She was like, I don't know what song is it. I think I was listening to Everything is Everything or Lost One. No, I was listening to Lost One. I was listening to Lost One. And while I was listening to it, y'all, creator's timing is comical. It's comical. While I was listening to it, I noticed a missed phone call. I've never been contacted by that casino job ever. But he called me. Okay, he's getting up. Yeah, go. What are you doing? I don't care about your muscles. He called me, y'all. He called me, and I didn't answer. I'm gonna answer on my day off because I'm scared. Because he ain't got no authority. He called me, y'all. He called me. And I was listening to Lauryn Hill, Lost Ones, walking out in nature, choosing my nervous system, I'm fully here, y'all. I'm a real person. I was out here in nature on my day off. It's not worth 200, 100, whatever. It wasn't worth it. I called off and I was here chilling. And he called me hungry. Never had any calls from work before. But he came, he decided that he was going to call me even though I'm not there. Pain feasting, hungry. When your toxic job is hungry, pick yourself. Pick your nervous system. Pick your breath. If you got to go to the bathroom and do a little, I don't know what you do, but you better find out something. They got stuff. You better find out something because they're hungry. They're hungry. And I chose myself, and that pissed them off. Because I don't know what it is, but these toxic jobs love fear. They love for you to be in fear. They love for you to be insecure. They love for you to bow down and have them turn around and kiss their butt. I don't know what it is, but I don't roll with it. That's why I'm in the situation that I'm in now. So I go back to work. I had a 3 days to love myself. 3 days, I was chilling. I treated myself really, really nicely. I had 3 days to chill. And I came back to work. And then I met with him. Because he needed a little break. He needed a little breather. That's what he needed. He needed to calm that hungry energy down. Okay? I came back to work. and he let me know what he was trying to do. And all he had to do was just tell me what my evaluation was. That's all he had to do. But he had all of this in because he couldn't get me to do it on his time. And did I get in trouble for anything for not going for my B break? No, but you know what I did? I emailed his boss over the weekend, and he had to apologize to me. He had to apologize and correct himself by the time I returned to work on Monday. He had to correct his energy. And I protected myself. So protect yourself first. You got somebody who's trying to meet with you, take your break first. Go find a park, lay in the grass, get some fruit, get some water, breathe, lay down, meditate, do something so that you can stabilize your nervous system because they are hungry. All he had to do was just do an evaluation and tell me what my numbers were. What was all that energy for? What was all that for? What was chasing me out of a building for? To ask me if there's somebody in my class. So this is what I'm talking about, y'all. So the message is, choose yourself. Choose your nervous system. If you feel like a person who was hired for a position, to be respectful, if you feel like a person who was hired for a position, hold on, look, there's a dog. Dogs love me. Hi, doggy. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. What are you doing? Why don't you get out of here? Who do you belong to? She's a random dog. She free. And don't even bother with me about the framing, okay? I'm not an amateur. I know that the camera is long ways, but this is oh, pooping. So anyway, if you got somebody who was hired for a position that's trying to, they're in their hungry feast mode, take your break first. Take your break first and breathe. Drink some water. Love yourself first. Because I feel like 95% of the time it ain't even that serious. It's not even that serious. They're just hungry and they want to feast. Don't let them feast. Pick yourself. I'll see you guys next time, okay? Yeah. It's a new world out here, y'all. We are doing the right thing by loving ourselves. So love yourself, okay? Here, enjoy this site. Enjoy it. See ya.